Esther, one of the most exciting books of the Old Testament. Esther tells the heroic story of a young Jewish girl who rose from humble beginnings to marry a king and become queen of Persia, and ultimately stopped an evil royal advisor named Haman from killing all of her people. Yes, Esther truly was an exceptional young lady, and it was her faith in God that saw her through. Isn't that right, Esther?
Huh?
Of course it was. It must have been. But then, one does have to wonder why the Book of Esther is the only book of the Bible that doesn't directly refer to God. Which does seem rather odd, considering that God isn't exactly difficult to spot in other parts of the Bible. In fact, God is fairly clear about participating in the lives of human beings in most of the Bible. No, subtle is not the first word that comes to mind when thinking of God's actions, particularly in the Old Testament. The Book of Esther, on the other hand, feels a bit like today. Understanding how and when God is at work in our lives can be challenging. For example, when you win an athletic competition, you might wonder, did I succeed because I prepared and trained for this moment? Or did God have a hand in my success? Or when you don't do so well on a math test, is it because you didn't study hard enough? Or is God trying to tell you that perhaps math just isn't your thing? No one is questioning that God is indeed involved in our lives, but it's the how, when, and why that aren't always clear. We can certainly agree that it's not possible that Esther could have accomplished all that she did without God's help. Not to say Esther wasn't an incredibly accomplished woman. We're merely wondering, is it too much to ask for God's presence to be a little more, well, present?